Hi everyone, welcome to Midday Motion. I'm so excited you're here. I'm very cold today, so I'm wearing some fun mismatched socks, which were actually meant to be mismatched. I think it's hysterical. I never have matching socks, and these are a whole pack of socks that don't match, which is really fun. I wanted to make a few announcements today. So this is Midday Motion. We're starting with Yoga Flow. We're going to be working on our hips, particularly our hip flexors, hamstrings, and low back. So we're really going to be working on this region of our body to try to open up some of our posture muscles and our work here, and also warm it up and loosen it up midday. If you're sitting at a desk, this is super useful, and it's going to be a little more targeted today to this area. I also want to tell you that we are halfway through our first 6-week series. So if you want to come join me, the next 6-week series will be starting in March, mid-March, and I'll be announcing those dates this weekend in my newsletter. So jump into that newsletter list. It's on my website, or you're welcome to send me a DM with your name and email, and I will add you to it. If you are not on that newsletter list, you'll get the information later next week. We are going to be restarting our 6-week series, some great live classes, a bunch of new content for those of you who are all series pass people, which will be really cool. All right, last announcement. We are going to be transitioning Midday Motion next week to be the same exact time, but instead of flowing for a full 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and pair a 20-minute flow with a 10-minute other. So maybe we'll do 20 minutes of flow and 10 minutes of yin, or 20 minutes of flow and 10 of deep stretch, or 20 minutes of flow and 10 of core work. And I think that'll give you a good taste of some of the bonus material that's going to be added to the series passes next 6-week series. So this class is not only my free gift to the world, but it's also a great way to get a sneak peek about what the 6-week series have included in those passes. So stay tuned. I'm really excited to announce. Today we are just flowing for 30 minutes, and I can't wait to get started. Make sure you have your mat ready. Make sure you have a space that's clear, and we'll go ahead and get started in just a moment. If you have any props or blocks that you feel you'd like to use, please go ahead and grab it, and we will get started. This class is published on both Instagram and YouTube. So if you are an Instagram person and you ever want to look back at the library on YouTube, maybe on a different device, YouTube has a different camera, so it's a bit wider lens, but everyone loves Instagram, and so do I. So of course we are on Instagram Live as well. But if you like these classes and you continue to take them, feel free to use either platform or both for different purposes. Okay, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and begin in child's pose. And I encourage you to choose whether you'd like your knees together or apart. It's totally up to you. I want you to choose whether you have your knees together or apart, not only for your hip stability, but also for your low back. Maybe try both and see which feels better on your low back. I know I'm often a wide knee child's pose person, but sometimes my back really likes the neutrality of knees together. So take a moment, arms can be outstretched or pillowed under the head. Now I want you to take 5 long breaths with me. We're going to slowly start to exhale all our breath out. Seal the lips and gently inhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out the mouth, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 3, 2, and 1. And out, 3, 2, 1. Keep going, 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. I want you to keep that long, slow breath pattern. Even inhales with even exhales. No ujjayi today. I just want you to notice your own work into your own breath. As you inhale, you might start inhaling in some focus to our mat. And as you exhale, settling down into your space here in the present moment. Maybe as you inhale, that focus and intention starts to float into the mind. Maybe as you exhale, you just start to settle not only on your mat, but inward into yourself. We're going to take 3 more breaths here on our own. I want you just to focus on that intention. Maybe it's a part of the body you want to take extra special care of. Maybe it's a part of the mind that needs a little more grace or attention. Whatever it is, that one more long breath here. We'll gently start to release towards tabletop, but on your way, we're going to come to a low tabletop. Elbows down. Take a moment to widen the knees. So your knees are right under the hips, and your elbows are under the shoulders. Forearms parallel, fingers spread wide. I want you to take a moment, keep the spine nice and straight. On an exhale, see if you can drop your whole rib cage downward. It means you're going to pull your shoulder blades together as your sternum melts towards the floor. Inhale. Go ahead and see if you can lift your whole rib cage upward, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Stay lifted and exhale. Take an inhale. And exhale. We're going to switch our breath pattern. Inhale, lower the whole rib cage. Exhale, widen the shoulder blades, lift the rib cage. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, lower, and then take another round of breath, staying low. Go ahead and come onto those hands. Full cat and cow. On your next inhale, drop the belly, shine the chest forward, tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly up into the spine, round the head and the pelvis. Go ahead and just continue at your own pace. And I want you to notice the mobility between your shoulders. I mentioned at the beginning of class that we're going to be focusing on the low back, hip flexors, and hamstrings today. But a lot of our tension in our hips also resides in the shoulders and neck. A lot of the tension in our shoulders and neck also manifests itself in the hips. Hips and shoulders are big tension points, so we're going to take a moment just to soften into those shoulders, the shoulder girdle, the neck. Maybe lead the hips into that softening. You can also start to take notice of the way your pelvis tilts one way and the other in your cat and cow. How when it tucks, the low back stretches. And when it tilts forward, the belly might stretch. No criticism, no judgment, no right or wrong, just notice. Go ahead and gently start to resolve your movement and work into a down dog as soon as you're ready. Feel free to pedal out the feet or swivel the hips, do whatever you need just to wake up the body, especially if it's your first down dog of class. Even as the lower body works itself out, maybe you spread your fingers wide, ears between the biceps, shoulders away from the ears, but still press the floor away to engage the shoulders. It's almost like you're picking something heavy and lifting it over your head, but of course, you're lifting the floor and you're inverted. But it's the same feeling. Whenever the legs are ready to come to stillness, heels drive down, but don't have to touch the floor. It's okay to still bend the knees. We're going to roll forward today in our plank. Start to bend the knees a little bit more. And then I want you to tuck the pelvis under and round through the lowest part of your back and engage the lowest part of your belly. And then transfer that shape to the middle back. So towards the upper abs contract, rounds the middle back. And then contract through the front of the chest as the upper back rounds. And then flatten out your in plank. Let's try that one more time. On an inhale, start to round the lowest part of the back. Use the core. Then middle back, upper back, shoulders. Go ahead and exhale down through chaturanga. You always have the option to drop the knees. Inhale, cobra. Press the hands, pelvis, thighs, and feet down. As you inhale, shine the chest forward. Exhale, down dog. Let's take that low flow 2 more times. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're going to take just one sun salutation today. Nice and slow, being mindful of every part. Keep breathing naturally and start to tiptoe the feet all the way to the mat. It's okay to bend the knees when you arrive. Take a moment to yourself in ragdoll. Loosen the arms and the head, even the jaw. I encourage you to gaze at the knees, which might be bent, or beyond the knees. The back of the neck is really long. We're going to roll up. Feet come to stillness, little bend in the knees. Root the tailbone downward. Engage the lowest part of the belly and round up through the low back. Engage the top half of your abs and round through the middle back. Go ahead and engage through the rib cage, sternum and pecs, and shoulders roll back. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, and as you lower them, zip up your midline, stand even taller. Inhale, cycle the arms. Exhale, forward fold, your choice of arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Use those hands on the shins for support. And exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Your choice, knees down or up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, I encourage you to stick with cobra. Really engage the muscles in your back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Right foot up, 3-legged dog. Take an inhale. Flex the ankle and dial the toes down. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And exhale, knee to nose. We're stepping it through in runner's lunge. Go ahead and make sure those feet are hip width apart and all 10 toes face forward. Drop your back knee, low lunge. We're going to flow through low lunge and half split before we settle into each. Take an inhale in your low lunge. Option to gaze forward and lift the chest slightly. Exhale, half split. Slide back. Maybe you don't go quite as deep as normal. Just wake up those muscles. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, slide back, half split. Even if you don't straighten that leg completely, just work through the motion. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Make sure you're walking those hands with you. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge, this time hold. Take a moment to feel free to play with the hands and the arms. No matter what, make sure that right knee stays in line with the right ankle and right foot. Notice the way the left hip flexor feels and also the low back feels. Option to take a lizard. Turn the right toes out to the side, and of course you're welcome to sink lower or take any other variation. A few breaths here. Whatever variation you take, make sure that the left kneecap still points down, does not roll to the outside. Hands down to the mat if it's not already. Go ahead and dial the right toes back in line, low lunge, half split. Go ahead and slide back, this time being really mindful of our alignment. We want a right angle in the back knee, so scoot the right heel forward as much as you need to achieve that right angle. It's going to help you find support and stability, just like you're kneeling. We want our right toes pulled up, so our toes, our knee, and our thigh are all facing the ceiling. Imagine that you could bring your right collarbone down to your shin. It's just a feeling. I don't know many people that can do that. I certainly can't. But instead of curling, you want to fold over and forward. Because your feet are still hip width apart, we're not thinking chest to knee. We're thinking right collarbone to shin. You have the option to stay here or bring both hands to the outside edge of your right leg. This is a deeper stretch, so there's no pressure to go. Gently work your way back, center if you've transitioned. And then take a moment, flex the right toes, and then turn the right foot out. So if your toes on a clock were facing 12, see if you can turn them to 1, 2-ish o'clock. Just notice how that stretch changes. If you come to ballet class too, this is a really good one. Rotate that foot back forward and step on it for low lunge. Tuck your back toes, plant your hands, inhale, full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Dial those toes down as you flex the ankle. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and we're going to step it through in runner's lunge. Check that all 10 toes face forward and feet are hip width apart. Low lunge. Go ahead and drop that back knee. Once again, we're going to flow through our low lunge and our half split. On an inhale, option to gaze forward, lifting the chest slightly. Exhale, slide back, toes up towards that back kneeling position. Maybe this leg straightens or doesn't. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Walk those hands with you. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge, then just continue to breathe naturally. You have the option to change your arms. Maybe you want to bring 1 or 2 to the knee. Maybe you want to become upright, whatever you choose. Just make sure that the left knee stays in line, doesn't start to move in or out. Option to take lizard. With both hands down on the mat, dial the left toes out to the side. And then you have the option to sink lower or take any other variation that suits you. No matter what, we want to make sure the right kneecap points down. We don't roll as the outside edge of the leg. Long, deep breaths. Maybe you notice some differences on the right and the left side. That is okay. We are naturally asymmetrical as humans. The way our organs are positioned in our body is asymmetrical. The way we interact with the world is asymmetrical. Our strengths are asymmetrical. So it's okay if you notice those imbalances. We can kind of work and take care of our right and our left side, working towards symmetry. They might need two different things to get there. So go ahead and listen to what this side needs and act accordingly. Go ahead and bring those hands down to the mat if they're not already. Dial the left toes forward, half split. As you slide back, we want to go ahead and shift that left heel forward as much as you need to get a right angle in the right knee. We want to feel like we're kneeling, so we're very stable. The left toes pull up. And then if we fold forward, we want to think about left collarbone to shin, not nose to knee. If that were the case, our foot would be in front of our head, but it's not, it's hip width apart. As you fold, deep breaths. Blocks your friends here, do not be afraid to grab them. If it feels good to walk your hands to the outside edge of the left leg, go for it. If not, that is okay. Gently come back center. Then I want you to see if you can dial your left toes out to the side slightly. And we want to make sure we rotate the whole leg. So we were at about 12 o'clock. See if you can get to 11 or 10 o'clock. Once again, if you're take ballet with me or with anyone, this is an awesome little adjustment. Go ahead and bring those toes forward. Step onto your left foot, low lunge. Check your back toes. Plank, deep inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Just one of these, ready? Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, preparing for crescent. Just like runner's lunge, but we're gonna come up a little higher. Maybe your stance needs to be a little narrower or smaller. Bring your hands to your knees, hips, or heart center as you come on up to the upright. All 10 toes face forward, feet are still hip width apart. Once again, it's okay to narrow that stance as needed. We're gonna come into some balancing work. So I want you to start shifting all of your weight into your right leg as you push off your toes on the left leg. Bring the left knee up. Feel free to stay here or try that transition with me one more time. From here, we're gonna come into warrior three, but there's no need to bring the body parallel to the floor. I want you to start to drop the left foot like you're putting it on the mat, but don't, leave it an inch off. Now, imagine there's a strong straight column from your left heel to the top of your head. Start to hinge forward. No arch in the back. Strong column. Belly button, heart face down. Everything is parallel. When you find your depth, just hold. Arms can be anywhere you feel comfortable. 3 breaths here. Let's reverse out of the shape. Slowly start to come upright again. You're like a pendulum, so your foot and leg line moves with your spine as well. All the same. Cover that left foot and bring it up to your marching shape. Crescent, send that left foot back. Slow transition, you got it. Runner's lunge, hands down. Full plank, deep inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Runner's lunge, step it through. We're going to be preparing for crescent, so if you want your feet a little bit closer to each other than in your runners, that's okay. Make sure your hips are facing forward, your feet and toes are facing forward, and go ahead and come upright. Your arms can be anywhere you like as we start to shift into that marching shape. Push all of your weight into your left leg. Start to push off your right toes. Find that march shape. See if you can try that transition one more time. We're going to start to lower the right foot, but keep it hovered off the ground. Now imagine there's a strong column from your right heel to the top of your head, and we're ready to start to tip towards warrior three, but we don't need to get parallel to the floor. Maybe you find another level that you don't normally get to access. Coming from standing into warrior three is a great way to access all the in-between angles. 3 breaths here, deep breaths. We're going to slowly reverse out of the movement. Feel that strong column. Top of the head to the right heel. No arching in the low back. Pull it through to your march and send it back to crescent. Bring those hands down to the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Child's pose, exhale. Come back to your intention. Close the eyes. Slow down your breath. We're going to take 5 long breaths to close class together. Inhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose or mouth. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 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 3, 2, 1. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. And just rest. If you'd like to end class with me, simply work your way to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Allow your intention to come with you with great compassion off your mat. Remembering that our practice extends throughout our life, not just on our mat, but before and after our class time. Giving ourselves permission to take whatever good happened today in class into the rest of our weekend. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me at the beginning of class. I made some announcements about some upcoming additions to our series. It's a 6-week series and it starts in mid-March. I cannot wait to make those announcements. Make sure you stay tuned here on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and social media. And of course, if you want to be on the newsletter for all that new information, please do. You can head to the website to join that, or you can simply send me a DM with your name and email address. I will keep it private and add it to the list. Have a great day, everyone. See you later. Hi, friends on Instagram.